first trick I'm going to show you how to teach your dog is the rollover. You'll want to get down to your dog's level to avoid looming over the top of them. And to start, you'll want your dog in a down position facing you. We're going to be using the luring method to teach the rollover. So you'll take out a treat and you're going to move it from your dog's nose to their shoulder. Now initially all we're going to be marking and rewarding will be them moving their head to the side and shifting their weight onto their rear hip. Yes. Now dogs often have a preferred side for the rollover, so you'll want to teach that easier direction first. If you need to determine which side will be easier for your dog, you can just simply observe which hip they naturally tend to relax on when they're taking a nap. So, once we have our dog comfortably following that lure and shifting their weight onto a rear hip, we're going to slowly start moving that treat lure from the shoulder over the top of the dog and towards the backbone. Yes. Now initially we're just going to mark and reward when the dog goes over onto her side. And once she's willingly rolling onto the side, we can lure the dog over onto her back. Yes. There we go. Now don't be tempted to try to help your dog. Don't be tempted to try to help your dog overly much, especially with shy, timid dogs. That can be a little off-putting if you're trying to mess with them while they're on their backs. So you want to be patient and wait for your dog to just figure it out at their own pace. Once we have our dogs comfortable being lured over onto the back, we can do one of two things. We can either simply keep luring our dog till they complete the rollover, or you can try dropping a treat onto the opposite side of the dog so they have to complete the rollover to get the treat. You ready? Yes. Good girl. All right. So the next step to teaching the rollover is that we have to get rid of the treat lure in our hands. So you're going to hold your hand as if you're holding a treat, and you're going to lure your dog over using a pretend treat. Now if your dog isn't fooled by this, just simply go back to using treats in your hand for a few more repetitions and then try it again with no treat in your hand. So pretend treat, yes, good girl. So when your dog rolls over with your empty hand, you're going to mark then reward from your other hand. Lie down. Katie. Good girl. Come on, lie down. Now, this motion that you made with your pretend treat is going to eventually become your hand signal for the rollover. And with time and practice, you can make it more subtle. But for now, we're going to give her some help. Can you lie down? Come on, Katie. Lie down. Good girl. Okay. So now we have a complete rollover behavior exactly the way we want it, and so we're finally ready to put a name to it. So I'm going to give my verbal cue, which is rollover, then my hand signal, and mark and reward when she does it. So empty hand, Katie, rollover, yes, and mark and reward. And there you have it, the rollover. Girl.